So welcome back to the continuation of building a blog using Laravel from scratch. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be working or we're going to learn on how to be able to achieve this nice looking detail page. Okay, so where we left off is in the previous video, we were able to achieve the home page like this. Okay, so we're able to achieve this. So now let's look at how to achieve the detailed page like this. Okay, so we have to create a new file, okay, called detail page. I'm just going to copy this, duplicate, and call it detail HTML, so that we can quickly have our navigation bar, and instead of the header, we can take it off and our footer like this. All right, so we can take the header off here, then push down the footer comment and put in the footer here. Then now this is going to be our main session. Okay, so what we can do is we just have to throw away all this, okay, and also clear this. Then let's just open this using Chrome. Okay, so now what we are left off is just the header, okay, the header, the footer, okay, and then the text. I think there is little space that needs to be here. So pardon why for say margin top of 5. Okay, perfect. So now what we can have here is, so we are going to have the main name or the title of the blog. Okay, so I'm going to simply copy this and replace it with this H2. Okay, and let's refresh and see. Okay, yeah, cool. So we have this showing nicely here. Okay, so what else can we do? So the next thing to do is also to grab this, to have this and this beneath it. So to quickly achieve that, I'm just going to speed up a little bit. So let's just bring in our paragraph. Okay, then we're going to have our category. Uh, let's say this is technology, then another one that will be the date this was posted. Okay, so let's just refresh and see how it looks like. Yeah, so we can increase this a bit or change this to H4. See, yeah, and also give it a class and font light. Then this is going to give us a little bit light for us. Okay, then if you also want to change this, we can just quickly give it a margin bottom of 4, say 3. I'm going to push it down, or 4 will be okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's just also give this margin 5. Okay, to push it down a bit. Okay, so we have the title of our blog, category falls inside, posted by this. Okay, now how do we achieve these tags? Now with these simple tags, I'm going to um so at the end of the video, or when we are getting into the back end or the logic side, I'll start pushing it to GitHub. Then you can have access to the code. But if you want to write the code with me too, just feel free to pause the video and copy the code. So I'm quickly going to create a CSS file, and I'm going to name it tags. Okay, tags. Then I'm going to paste this code here. Okay, which you can have a look. So you can feel free to pause the video and copy this. Otherwise, you can also get the codes inside my GitHub page, which I'll be leaving the link very soon. Okay, so now that we have this tag here, we can quickly bring it inside our application. Okay, let's just bring this one here. Let's just link and CSS slash tags. Okay, like this. Awesome. Okay, so now what's next for us to do? So now we have to bring in our tag. So to work with the tags, what we have to simply do is just bring in our L, so that's our unordered list, and bring in our list item, and it's going to have a link. Okay, so we are simply going to call this tag, then let's give our unordered list a class of tags. Okay, now let's just close here. Let's give this, let's see, tech. Okay, let's have robots, let's have AI, let's have yeah, so programming. Let's go to page, refresh, and we can see our tags looking pretty good here. Okay, so what's next for us to do? So what we have to do next is also bring in the image of the post. Okay, so I'm going to save this image. Mm, I'm going to save this image, bring it inside our application, call this post. Okay, yeah, so perfect. So now what else do we have to do? So now we have to create a tag, or so now we have to notice that now this page has a division. Okay, so we have where we show all the list of the number of tags available, the number of categories, and all, and so on, and if you have any adverts, you can show them up here. So what we can do, what we can easily do is to divide the page, which we all noticed earlier. So we can bring in our row like this, give it a margin top of 4. Okay, and let's just divide our row to be, this one should be 8 and this should be 4. Okay, so now let's start using the first div. So we can just bring this here and call it image. Okay, and let's bring in our image tag img, then we call it, what was it, post. Yeah, awesome. So let's just refresh our page here. Okay, and now we can see our post image is showing. So to bring in this nice looking, okay, effect here, we can just give it a class, our image, give our image tag a class or img thumbnail. And okay, and now we can see this nice looking effect around it. Okay, so we can also give it yeah, so basically that's it. So now what's next for us to do is just grab all this whole lot of text that will be our blog text, and also bring it in. So we can just grab all these from here, then let's come down here and call it post text. Okay, then it's going to be, let's just make it a paragraph. Whoa, that's a whole lot. Yes, but it's going to work for us. So let's see. Okay, so we have all these text, which is not the best of text, but it's going to do the trick. So padding top, let's give it 5. Okay, so we have a little padding at the top like this. So our blog is starting to look nice. Okay, then inside here we notice that we have um inside here we can also bring in our tags beneath it, or just leave it like that. So let's bring in this comment. Okay, or let's just bring in the tag to make it look even. So we can quickly copy the tag from here. Okay, come down here under the post tag, bring in the tag here. Let's give it a margin bottom of 4. And now let's also bring in our comment. So our comments, let's make it a paragraph, class, margin top 3. Then we're going to bring in our I tag and FA comments. Okay, then we can have 10 comments here. Okay, so let's refresh. Okay, and now we have our tags showing here and our comments, which looks small. So it depends on you whether you want to use the header tag to make it a little bigger, or you want to use a paragraph to make it smaller. All right, so yeah, so all the same is going to work out fine for us. So let's just finish this off by bringing in our comment text box. So now what do we have to do? We have to also divide our page, call this comment box. Okay, then let's give it a margin of 4. Then inside here, okay, we're going to have a form. Yeah, then inside the form, let's first give the first one a row like this, and there's column 6. So we are bringing in the row to divide this into 2. Okay, so this is going to have a column of 6. Now we are going to bring in our form called let's call it a form group. Okay, like this. So all these are bootstrap code that I'm just pulling it in. So form group. Then now let's bring in our input tag and give it a class. That will be our bootstrap. So form control, that will make it look a little bit nicer for us. Then it's going to have a label. Okay, so the first one is going to be, is it our email, name email. So let's have our name here. So let's refresh to see the work done so far. Oh, so it's showing at the other side of our page. What could be the problem? So we have our comment box. Okay, so you can see it's out of the column, it's out on the column 6. So let's just grab this, okay, and bring it beneath it. So like this, and it's going to go under now. Yeah, awesome. So now we have this nice looking name here. Okay, so let's go back to the comment. Now we can copy all the column 6, paste it, and change this to email. Okay, so we can just make here email, make a name, and just give it an ID of name, and give it an ID of email. Okay, so let's step out from the row. Okay, we are stepping out from the row, but let's just copy this since you're going to use it again. So what's going to be our next one? So our next one is a comment. Okay, so to bring in the comment, let me just quickly make this comment like this. Okay, comment. So this is going to be a text. It's going to be a text area. Okay, text area has closing tags. Okay, let's give it an ID of comment, a class. Then it's not going to need a type attribute since it's going to automatically bring in this. Okay, so now we have a nice looking comment which we can also let's just give it one more time. That will be rows. Let's call it 10 to see. Okay, so you can see the rows has just increased this a little bit. Let's make it 7. It should be fine. Yeah, perfect. Now inside our comment box here, let's give it a little shadow beneath it. So shadow Then let's give it small, so shadow small, and let's see the trick. Yeah, but it has a little bit. I don't know if you can see it well, but let me make it a little bit bigger so that you can see. So you can see the shadow here. So what we can do is simply give it a padding of, let's say, 3. Okay, then we can see our shadow um, beneath it. But this, I think this is too much. So let's just make it small. Okay, so it gives us a little ray. So I don't know how you want it to. Depending on you, you can increase yours or not. Yeah. So we are done with this.